Good morning everyone. So this is the editorial video of AdCoder Beginner Contest 217 Problem D Cutting Woods. Right. So in this statement what we are given that initially we are given a long wood of length L. Right. And there are some markings on that wood of length L from 1 till L minus 1. This 2 and so on. This is L minus 1. Right. So we are given Q queries, and what are the queries? What is the type of query? There are two type of queries. First query is of type 1 and second query is of type 2. If the query is of type 1, then the number written after that xi will mean that we have cut that piece of wood from this point. And the second type of query is that if we put a number xi, that would signify that we just have to return the piece of wood which has the marking equal to xi on it, right? So let's say for example we have the length of wood as 5 and we have number of queries as 3. So initially we have a wood of length 5, right? 1 2 3 4, and it has marking from 1 to 4, right? The first query is of type 2 and we have to return the length of wood which has mark 2. Since initially the wood is not cut and the initial length of the wood was equal to 5, so we'll return 5 in this case, right? Then 1 3. So the next query is of type 1 and we have to cut the wood into two halves from the point 3, right? So the new piece would look like this is 1 2 and this is 3, and then this is 4, right? So the next query is now of type 2 and we have to return the length of the wood which has 2 marked on it. So 2 is marked on this first log of wood and it is of length 3, so our answer in this case would be 3. Alright, so I hope you have got the intuition. I hope you have got the what the problem is. So now we'll get on to the intuition behind this problem. So basically what we just have to do, people, see, firstly we'll take a set, right? And in that set we'll insert 0 and the length initially, right? Now suppose the query is of type 2, and what we'll just do, we'll just make two functions out of it, right? First is greater upper bound and the second function would be lesser upper bound. Sorry, that's just upper, and this function would be just lower. What does this signify? So basically if I have got some number xi, and suppose the query is of type 2, right? And I have got some number xi, so I'll just return the just greater than or equal to number of that xi, right? And similarly I'll return a number which is just less than or equal to that particular number, right? Now suppose what I just mean from here, suppose we have a wood of length 5, right? We have stored 0 and 5 in our set, and now suppose we cut it from this 3, right? So we'll insert this 3 also in our set, and now we just have to tell what is the length of the piece with a mark equal to 2, and what is the length of wood which has a mark of 4 over it, right? All right, so basically, yeah, this is our set, right? So in the first case where we have 2 marked on the wood, so we'll take the upper bound sorry, lower bound of this 2, and this will be equal to 3, right? And we just have to find out a number which is just less than this number 3. So this is number 0, right? This will be the upper bound and this will be the lower bound for this particular number 2, right? So this is just upper and this is just lower, and the difference of these two will be our answer. Let us check out for the case where the number where we just have to find the length of the wood which has 4 marked over it, right? So uh, if we try to take a number which is just greater than or equal to this 4 in the set, so the elements of set were 0, 3 and 5, so it will be 5, right? And just lower than this 4, basically we'll just take upper bound and we'll decrement it by 1. That is the meaning of it, right? So if we decrement it by 1 position, so it would be 3, right? Since 0, 3 and 5 are the elements of this set. So 5 and this is 3. This is the number that just upper function would return to us, and this is the number that just lower function would just return to us. And these operation would take place in log n, and there are n queries. So basically the overall time complexity is n log n. Since n is of the range 10 power 5, this would definitely work, right? And now the difference of this 5 and 3 is 2, which is our answer, right? Because this wood is of length 2, right? Alright, so I hope you have got the intuition to this problem. If you still haven't got the solution approach of this problem, you may refer to my code which is present in the description below, the link to which will be present in the description below. So thank you for watching, guys. Keep coding.